rush of the dawn. Neath the old oak tree shade, where we carved our names deep in the bark that made the wild grass dance to the tune of the breeze, where your laughter once lived, now there's only me. And the silence speaks louder than words ever could. Empty saddles, old scars by the worn wooden porch, underneath that vast sky where our dreams used to soar. Unspoken words listen, but she's here no more. Now the cabin stands empty, where the candlelight glowed. Gravel roads lay untouched, where our stories once flowed. The trail's gone cold, the sunset still bleeds in the rivers of gold through the whispering trees. And the silence speaks louder than words ever could. Empty saddles, old scars by the worn wooden porch, underneath that vast sky where our dreams used to soar. Unspoken words listen, but she's here no more. So I roam through these lands like a ghost in the rain, each droplet a memory, each thunder a pain. In the echoes of footsteps, in the settling dust, I search for forgiveness in the winds I must trust. And the silence grows louder as the years tumble by. The oak tree still stands beneath the ever-changing sky. Unspoken words listen, yet her voice calls me still. In the heart of the night, over hill after hill, her shadow might fade like the trails left behind, but the echoes of love, they're forever entwined. Unspoken words listen, oh they listen so well. In the quiet between us, where true feelings dwell. Out there where the old oak stands under the weeping sky, I first saw her wild laughing eyes in the spring when the river was high. We carved our dreams in the bark, sealed them with a sunset's cry. But like the leaves that turn with time, some love just says goodbye. Storms days in the hollows of this heart, winds may twist the path, but from her memory I can't part. Rain falls on the tin roof like tears on an old porch light, and in the whisper of the pines I'm with her every lonesome night. Years flew like dust off a cowboy's boots through seasons of endless roam. Her scarf still hangs by the door of the cabin that we called home. The trails that we once walked, now overgrown, tell the tales of days gone past. Like the shadow of an empty saddle, some things ain't meant to last. Storm stays in the tears on an old porch light, and in the whisper of the pines, I'm with her every lonesome night. By the flicker of the firelight, I see her dancing free, 'neath the stars that still remember what my heart won't let me be. So here I stand, a broken man on roads that she once graced, holding on to a ghost of a girl in the storm that never fades. Storm stays, oh, but how I've tried to ride past her memory's gate. Yet every sunset spills her colors in strokes I can't erase. Rain falls on this heart's old porch like whispers of her light, and I know in the dust and the wind, she's never truly out of sight. So I sing this song to the storm, to the love that I still crave. Beneath the vast eternal sky, still I take it to my grave. There's an old porch where my memories linger, weathered wood neath the touch of my finger. Saw an oak tree sway, a scarf in the breeze. That porch watched me leave, my heart on its knees. Oh, the wind whispers low through the valley and creek, and the sun casts long shadows when the heart is too weak. Under skies wide and somber, where my sorrows believe, I still see that old porch watch me leave. Gravel roads where we rode side by side, echoes of laughter where our dreams used to hide. Then came autumn sigh, the cold rust on the leaves, empty cabins, silent goodbye. The porch watched me grieve. Oh, the wind whispers low through the valley and creek, and the sun casts long shadows when the heart is too weak. Under skies wide and somber, where my sorrows believe, I still see that old porch watch me leave. In the hush of the night, by the flicker of fire, every star up above knows the tune of my lyre. But the silence around speaks the truth, can't deceive. All I loved, all I lost, as that porch watched me leave. So I roam through the dusk where the wild rivers weave, with a soul full of dust and a heart that can't cleave, to the shadows of oak trees where I once could breathe. Forever that old porch had watched me leave. Yes, forever that old porch still watching me leave. Shadow of the oak,
by the old wooden gate, where the sunset paints gold on her hair. We carved our names young and unafraid in the heart of a world without care. The breeze whispers secrets like a ghost in the night, under stars that now seem too far to reclaim. Every whisper of the wind, a memory alight in the flame of what was just an ember remains. Morning sky cries, oh, the rain's come down on the road where her laughter used to lay. Each drop's a tear from the clouds of my frown, as the dust turns to mud where we once lay. Morning sky, tell me why do these winds still call out her name? Now the porch swings lonely, the cabin's bare, gravel roads wind empty, leading nowhere. That oak tree stands witness to the dreams we spun, its leaves now falling like the tears I shun. Where once was the warmth of her hand in mine, now just the cold grip of the passing time. The scarf she left, a token of her past, on the saddle lies faded as nothing can last. Morning sky cries, oh, the rain's come down on the trails where we walk now overgrown. Each drop's a tear, and in their mirror I drown, searching for a shadow in the twilight throne. Morning sky, tell me why does this heart beat alone? Is it a curse or a blessing, this solitude I wear? A badge of the lost or just a cross I bear? In every setting sun and rising moon, I find her smile in the night's soft croon. The morning sky cries, oh, the rain's come cold, washing away the tracks we once rode. But her whispers still linger in the breeze's side, under the morning sky where my heart lies. Oh, morning sky, until I die, I'll walk these lands with her by my side.
Out where the oak trees shadow old forgotten trails, I first saw her by the creek with her bucket pails. Silver laughter in the wind, scarf dancing free. Underneath that willow tree, she smiled at me. Her eyes like the flicker of a campfire's light, guiding my lonesome heart through the blackest night. Her smile carved in the bark of my old weathered soul, like initials set in wood where the wild winds blow. Every sunset paints her face on the canvas sky, but it's her absence fills the plains where my memories lie. Years rolled like tumbleweeds past the porch where we stood. That old house now creaks with secrets of the wood. Saddle lies dusty, my boots worn thin with Rome. The trail's grown over where we once dreamed of home. Her scarf caught on a bramble, faded now and torn, whispers to the prairie grass of love forlorn. Her smile carved in the bark of my old weathered soul, like initials set in wood where the wild winds blow. Every raindrop writes her name in the thirsty ground, but it's her silence fills the air, a haunting sound. By the lantern's pale glow on this empty cabin floor, I trace the lines of time and unlock yesteryear's door. A single teardrop mingles with the ink on this page as I write of love once vibrant, now turned sage. Her smile carved in the bark of my old weathered soul, carved so deep no seasons can its mark console. And as the stars witness my heart's quiet plea, in every dusty sunset her smile's all I see. Her smile, oh her smile, carved eternally.
Under oak trees where the shadows melt, I first whispered your name under stars that swelled. Emerald eyes, wild like the untamed streams, we danced through the plains in a world of dreams. Old porch creak 'neath boots, worn and frayed, where we laughed and planned the life we'd made. Starry night whispers calling me back to when you and I, my love, wrote our names in the wind. Now the breeze feels colder as it sighs through the pines, echoing the heartbreak of your hand, leaving mine. Gravel roads stretch wide, lead to towns unseen, but they're lined with the ghosts of what could have been. The cabin stands empty where your laughter filled each room. Now it's just dust and silence and sweet perfume. Rain taps on the roof like your fingers on my skin, haunting each corner of the life we were in. Stars our names in the wind. Now the breeze feels colder as it sighs through the pines, echoing the heartbreak of your hand, leaving mine. By the fading trails I ride alone, saddle worn and weary, each sunset painting your face in the clouds, so near yet so dreary. And in the hush of twilight, as shadows stretch and grow, I find solace in the thought maybe love wasn't ours to hold. Starry night whispers, now a lonesome haunting hymn under endless skies, where our dreams once danced on a whim. The wind's a gentle echo of the whispers we once knew. Under starry nights, my love, I'll forever whisper back to you. As the last chord fades, like the light in your eyes, I'll keep riding, searching under these relentless skies.
Out here where the oak trees meet the sky, I found an old cabin where our love did lie. Underneath the porch, our initials still deep in the wood, in the shadows where old secrets keep. Oh, my heart wears the cloth of the dusty trail as the goodbye letter fades, the past turns pale. Sunset burns like the love we knew, gone with the wind where the wild horses flew. I remember her scarf hanging on that rusty nail now, just like the empty roads, it's lost frail. The saddle where we rode, now worn and bare, like the solitary echo of our old love affair. Oh, my heart wears the cloth of the dusty trail as a goodbye letter fades, the past turns pale. Sunset burns like the love we knew, gone with the wind where the wild horses flew. Beneath the weeping willow shade I lay my dreams. The creek sings softly of lost loves and schemes. Every whispering wind across the gravel worn speaks of a rodeo queen, my heart forever torn. Oh, my heart wears the scars of the dusty trail as the goodbye letter fades, 'neath the moonlight pale. Stars above the plains guide this lonesome ride, past memories, shadows where old loves abide. As the night whispers and the cold sets in, I know that in these hills part of me still spins. Goodbye letter
days like the ghost of a waltz. In those golden days,
in the shade of the old oak tree by the creek where we once lay, I found a faded scarf you wore, now colors turned to gray. The wildlands whisper through the grass where our laughter used to sound. A lone cabin stands beneath the hill where our dreams were tightly bound. But now the wind sings lonesome through the sagewood, thin and dry. Moonlight dances on the gravel road where we said our last goodbye. Each sunset bleeds a deeper red, like the heart I can't reclaim. For in the dust of trails long gone, all that's left is your name. Years rode by on thundering hooves over stones that marked the miles. The town's old porch creaks underfoot, echoing the missing smiles. Your laughter's just a ghost now in the shadows that I roam. This wanderer's heart beneath white skies, forever doomed to roam. But still the wind sings lonesome through the sagewood, thin and dry. Moonlight fades on the lonely roads where we said our last goodbye. Every star a piercing reminder of the eyes that match their gleam, lost in the dust of trails long gone, buried in a dream. Sometimes late at night I swear I hear the whisper of your voice, floating across the valleys, making my weary heart rejoice. But dawn breaks harsh on hills of silence, each day reborn anew, with nothing but the ache inside, memories of you. So I'll ride on with the sunset, my shadow long and lean, chasing echoes of what we were in places we've once been. Though the wind still sings through sagewood and the road stretches behind, the hardest trails are those we walk, in the memories left behind, in the dust of trails long gone, my heart forever confined.
In the shadow of Lonesome Hill, beneath the old oak's arms, I carved our names inside a heart, sworn safe from worldly harms. The wind whistled through the grasses, a tune so sweet and chill, where we danced on dusty moonlight around the bend by Lonesome Hill. Now the oak tree is old and bending, like the back of my worn-through soul, and your scarf still smells like wildflowers, but it feels so dreadful cold. The sun dips low on gravel roads where our dreams used to spill. My heart broke where the earth did shake, the night Lonesome Hill sank still. porch we sat is weathered. The planks are cracked and gray. No more laughter soaks the sunrise since you went away. Rain taps on the empty cabin like time's soft, remorseful thrill. Echoes of your footsteps haunt the paths near Lonesome Hill. Now the oak tree's old and bending like the back of my worn-through soul, and your scarf still smells like wildflowers, but it feels so dreadful cold. The sun dips low on gravel roads where our dreams used to spill. My heart broke where the earth did shake the night Lonesome Hill sank still. Sometimes the silence tells the tales we dare not speak, of the rugged hearts torn from their sleeves. Among these hills my spirit seeks the ghost of you that I can't release. So here's my song for Lonesome Hill, where whispers float in the nighttime air. I'm the shadow without your light, a silhouette of despair. And as the stars wheel over me, the pain is sharp and real, for you're a part of every stone, every sunset that hills conceal. My heart broke where the earth did shake the night Lonesome Hill sank still.
In the shadow of the oak by the creek where we met, I found your old boots, unfaded, soaked and set. Whispers of dust on the leather worn thin, each crack a story, each stain a sin. We walk wild lands under skies so vast, in a quiet town where our love was cast. Old boots burns, you're the echo of her steps in the rain, the soft sigh of the wind, calling her name. Every sunset bleeds like the heartache I've earned. With each mile I roam to the days of Boots Burns. Now the cabin's empty, fire's just ash and smoke. Where once we lay, now it's just shadows that I coax. The gravel roads whisper with the tales of your scar, drifting away like a melody on a lone guitar. The porch still creaks, missing the weight of your gaze, as I search the horizon, lost in a dusty haze. Old Boots burns, you're the echo of her steps in the rain, the soft sigh of the wind, calling her name. Every sunset bleeds like the heartache I've earned. With each mile I roam back to the days of Boots Burns. Under the infinite prairie sky, I confess, in the rustle of the leaves I hear your dress. I'm a ghost in these boots, wandering worn, chasing shadows from a love long torn.
In the dust I'll keep walking through the days of boots burns. Yes, in the dust I'll keep walking, haunted by boots burns. In the shadow of the oak, where the wildflowers hide, I first saw her smile by the riverside. Golden laughter in the air, scarf dancing with grace. Every memory of her is tied to this place. Sun setting low, painted sky so bold, in her eyes a story of old. The rain waits on the old porch swing, stirs the dust where we used to sing. Every drop's like a tear from the skies, echo in my heart's silent cries. This wandering soul beneath wide brims keeps riding on while the light dims. Years have turned, the cabins lay empty and still. Gravel roads forgotten, grass growing at its will. Where laughter once lived, now only winds reply. Echoes of what was beneath the endless sky. Her scarf found a home on a cold saddle horn, left me with the echoes of a love worn. The rain waits on the old porch swing, stirs the dust where we used to sing. Each drop's a fragment of past delights, fading trails in the failing lights. This wandering soul beneath wide brims keeps riding on while the light dims. Underneath the vastness where the quiet lands speak, I find her whispers in the creek. Though I roam forever, part of me stays entwined with her in the yesterdays. The rain still waits, it knows my name. On the old porch swing, nothing's the same. Time may pass, but my heart finds in every sunset her ties that bind this lonesome road, these wild domains. I ride alone, but the rain waits. Out where the oak trees shadow gravel rolls, I remember her laughter mingling with the wind. Under the porch light her story unfolds, where the worn out saddles knew all we confessed. Her scarf still dancing in the breeze like it's been. Her goodbye flew with the sunset's dying glow, trailing off where the wild river bends. Left me with echoes of I miss you so, on paths where our worn boot prints refuse to end. The town's aged a year for every night I'm alone,
Cabin walls whisper secrets we once shared. Dusty windows and a chair overthrown. How the silence speaks in a house that's unprepared. No more laughter in the air, just an empty throne. Her goodbye flew with the sunset's dying glow, trailing off where the wild river bends. Left me with echoes of I miss you so, on paths where our lost footprints refuse to end. Sometimes the wind brings a trace, a soft sigh, or the rain writes her name on my dusty pane. Each star above a tear from the sky, for the love that rode away won't come again. Her goodbye flew with the crimson clouds up high, chasing the dreams where the old river bends. Here with the shadows under the vast open sky, whispering to ghosts on the trails that never end, where her memory like the river just flows on by. And her goodbye, her goodbye never truly ends.
In the shadow of an oak where the wildflowers lie, first saw her laughing under sapphire skies. Her hair danced with the wind on that oak porch swing. Memories like dust on my worn out jeans. The sun dipped low, in her eyes the glow set the world ablaze with dreams only we know. Swing closed her eyes, now the stars don't shine. Empty trails, her whispers cling to pines. Every sunset bleeds the color she once drew. In this heart, her absence whispers through. Years flew like the leaves in the autumn air. That swing grew old, the oak stood bare. The cabin's quiet where laughter once played. Only echoes of footsteps that slowly fade. Where once was a fire, now lies cold ash. Her scarf in my hands under heaven's vast. The swing closed her eyes, now the stars don't shine. Empty trails, her whispers cling to pines. Every sunset bleeds the color she once drew. In this heart, her absence whispers through. On this gravel road where our dreams once roamed, I wander with the ghost in silence alone. The prairie sings a lonesome heartfelt tune under the same old moon she loved in June. The swing closed her eyes, now the stars don't shine. Empty trails, her whispers cling to pines. As the night seals the edges of the lonely sky, my soul knows some echoes never die. So here I roam, where memories and winds collide. The swing closed her eyes and part of me died in the twilight haze. Her laughter softly fades on this endless road where our past serenades.
trees, shadow old gravel roads. She laughed under stars, her scarf catching the glow, by the creek where the water whispers secrets so low. Her voice sank into my soul, sweet and slow. Her voice was a melody, soft as the dust, drifting over the plains with the scent of dry musk. But time, like a thief, stole her whisper away. Now I roam with her echo in the twilight's gray sway. The porch still creaks where we danced free of care, but the cabin sits empty, just cold, thinning air. Gone like the rain on a hot, dusty pane, left me with shadows and a heart full of pain. Yeah, her voice was a melody, lost in the wind, fading fast like the light when the evening thin. I reached for her warmth in the chill of the dawn, but turned to find the whispers of what's gone. Sometimes a scent or the way the wind moans brings me back to her laughter, her soft, gentle tones. Yet each sunset that bleeds into night's deep unknown reminds me some songs are too sweet to be held long. Her voice was the comfort I seek but can't hold, a memory wrapped in the warmth of her fold. As I saddle my horse and face roads unknown, her voice sinks deeper in wild lands alone.
On the edge of Dusty Creek, beneath the ancient oak's embrace, her laughter filled the summer air, no sorrow could it trace. We carved our names within the bark, a promise meant to stay. But like the leaves come autumn's end, her smile slipped away. Her smile tied down my restless soul beneath the prairie skies. Now I roam through ghostly towns where only silence lies. In the whisper of the wind I hear her voice soft and low, echoing across the valleys where the lonely rivers flow. The cabin stands but empty now on the road where violets grew. Our dreams once hung on every wall, bright as morning dew. I walk the rooms, the floorboards groan like the saddles we once rode. Each step a memory, each breath a load. Her smile tied down my wandering heart under sunsets burning red. Now I drift where shadows part, haunted by the words unsaid. In the rustling of the leaves, in the raindrops' solemn song, I find her traces faint and sweet in the twilight all along. And oh, how the mountains recall our echoes fading into gray. The scarf she left on the old porch swing, I see it every day. A token frayed and weather worn,
stays the same. Tied down my soul to dreams where wild rivers weep. Though I've roamed 1,000 trails, my heart refused to leave. Now every star up in that endless sky, every whisper through the pines, holds a piece of her, the lost love of mine. As I wander bound by memories in these endless fading lines.
In the shadow of the mesa where the wild lupine grew, I first saw her by the creek under skies so endless and blue. Her laughter mixed with the spring's sweet murmur where oak trees whisper secrets and time seemed to defer. We danced by moonlight, no audience but the stars, our promises as vast as the dusty ancient scars. Oh, the canyon flew with our dreams that night, scarves twirling in the soft lantern light. Now all that's left is the echo of her name, whispered by the wind that carries all my shame. A heart wrapped in rawhide, weathered and torn. Every sunset I ride through, reborn yet forlorn. Years have rolled like tumbleweeds past cabins old and worn. The porch where we once sat, now splintered and forsworn. Her scarf caught in the saddle, the only trace she left. Against the endless gravel roads, my heart feels so bereft. The town seems just a shadow, a whisper of its past, as if it knows without her love such things just cannot last. Oh, the canyon flew with our dreams that night, scarves twirling in the soft lantern light. Now all that's left is the echo of her name, whispered by the wind that carries all my shame. A heart wrapped in rawhide, weathered and torn. Every sunset I ride through, reborn yet forlorn. Beneath the Milky Way, I lay me down to rest. On this trail of memories, the pain unexpressed. The canyon walls, they listen to my solitary sigh. Underneath this vast, unforgiving sky, fading trails like memories lead only to the past, where shadows of what once was are all that ever last. The canyon flew with dreams, now just dust and despair. Her laughter a ghost on the chill evening air. And as night steals the colors from the fading western sky, I realize some loves like rivers run dry. Yet in the canyon's embrace, I'll forever be found, bound to the echo of a love that was so profound.
In the shadow of the mesa where the cedar trees grow, found a rusty locket in the dust, a memory aglow. Inside a faded picture, your smile gentle and kind, beneath the old oak by the creek where our names were intertwined. Oh, my heart wears away this rusty locket so fine. Every whisper of the wind sings your name with mine. In the silence of the starlit plains, I feel you still, but you're just a ghost in the breeze, a whispering thrill. Years have rolled like thunder through canyons deep and wide. The trail we walked is overgrown, the river's changed its tide. Your scarf still lies upon my saddle, faded red turned brown, and that porch where we once danced is just splinters falling down. Oh, my heart wears the weight of this rusty locket so fine. Every whisper of the wind sings your name with mine. Loneliness settles with the dust wherever I ride. You're a memory fading into the night, always by my side. Sometimes a breaking heart finds peace in the echoes of a song, and sometimes it's the quiet roads where old ghosts belong. I've learned that love is like the leaves that drift away and fall, but what hurts the most is what you have to leave, not what you recall. Oh, my heart wears the weight of this rusty locket so fine. Every sunset spills your colors on this heart of mine. And if I'm destined to roam these lands, a shadow lost in flight, I'll carry you like a whispered prayer into the night. Just a cowboy with his memories, singing to the stars above, holding on to a rusty locket and the last traces of love.
Underneath the old oak tree where the shadows lean so long, I carved our names inside a heart. The world was right and nothing was wrong. That dusty trail to your porch, it knew my boots, knew my soul, but like the sunset steals the daytime came around, took its toll. Silence said nothing, but it screamed in my ears. Each whisper of the wind holds the echoes of our years. Where once you stood, now there's only my own shadow in the dust. Silence said nothing, but it told me all about us. The saddle hangs on the barn wall, leather cracked like my worn heart, and that scarf you left behind is fading, tearing me apart. Gravel roads where we once laughed, now trails of tears under moonlit skies. Empty cabins, rooms full of ghosts with love's echo, my lonesome cries. Silence said nothing, but it screamed in my
of our years. Where once you stood, now there's only my own shadow in the dust. Silence said nothing, but it told me all about us. Rain falls on the old tin roof like the tears I've cried for you. Every drop of memory faded, but somehow still feels new. In the quiet of this night, under stars that we once knew, I'm learning that letting go is something I can't just choose. Silence said nothing, and yet it speaks so true. Each whisper of the wind is a bit of me, a part of you. Now I walk these trails alone where our laughter once had flowed. Silence says nothing, but it's the only voice I've known. Silence says nothing as I let you go. But in my heart, oh in my heart, it's where your memory forever owns. There's a field just past a rusted barn where summer danced and kissed our arms. Your laughter rang through dandelions like a love song without trying. I'd drive that old Ford, paint peeled gold, we'd race the dust, not growing old. Your sundress swayed with every breeze, back when love was wild and free. Oh, in the fields of '89, we rode forever on a cotton line. With muddy boots and radio static, our hearts beat loud and automatic. You were 17, I was trying to shine. We were just kids, but God, you were mine. In the golden light of that county line, I lost my heart in the fields of '89. You liked your lemonade with ice, I liked your voice under starlit skies. We carved our names in the old oak tree, it still leans west like memory. You left for school, I stayed to farm, but your goodbye still feels warm. I hear your song in meadow winds, and every spring it starts again. Oh, in the fields of '89, where we slow danced to Patsy Cline. On cassette tapes we had to rewind, those Friday nights felt so divine. Now the scarecrow stands where you kissed me blind, and all that's left are roots in time. But you still bloom in that old design of my broken heart in the fields of '89. Swirling round every time the wheat bends down. I feel your love in this ghost town. So if you drive these roads someday and see the sun-kissed amber haze, stop for a while, feel the air. You'll find us two still dancing there, not as we are, but who we were, in every breeze and every blur. And know that some things time won't mind, like our forever in the fields of '89.
young, where the oak trees mark the line by a dusty trail where old wooden wagon lies. Years have worn the paint, the wheels no longer turn, where we'd watch the sunset blaze and talk of dreams to earn. The wagon cries in the wind like it knows about the sin of letting go too soon under that silent silver moon. Echoes of her laugh in the shadows that it casts. This lonely heart just rides where the wagon cries. We had a cabin built of hope on a gravel road so fine. Her scarf still on the porch sways like she's still mine. But time like dust flew fast and the rain fell hard and cold. Now the path to what was home, just a memory grown old. A wagon cries in the wind like it mourns the love we'd been, holding on to the ghost of her whisper soft and close. In the creaks of aged wood lies the tale of what stood for this wandering soul abides where the wagon cries. Oh, these plains stretch wide and the nights talk back, telling tales of the scarf, the oak and the shack, and every star a story, every breeze her sigh on these endless roads where old lovers lie. Wagon cries in the wind, now it's just my weathered skin, feeling every crack and moan of a heart that's turned to stone. Yet this love won't cease, like the oak it finds its peace